There's college football rivalries, and then there's rivalries with bad blood, and we all know the difference. Welcome to the Waterboys College Football Show.
Do you guys think that there's a difference in a rivalry in deep-rooted hatred?
Yes.
For other schools? Because I don't like when people say the Texas A&M Texas rivalry, because it's not a rivalry when one side's constantly losing.
Yeah, it's a rivalry to Texas A&M, but Texas is like,
well, hold on.
Pipe down, Pipsqueak.
What I will say is, to alumni of those two schools, it is a deep-rooted hatred.
Yes.
But as a sports rivalry, it's freaking fiction.
Yeah. That is interesting, you know, and obviously, like, I'm biased towards the game because when you say the game, everybody knows what game you're talking to. So obviously, I think Ohio State and the team up north is the biggest rivalry in all of sports. And like this last year, when Ohio State lost the way they did, my dad's a Michigan fan. When Ohio State lost the way that they did, this was the biggest upset. That was the biggest upset in rivalry history. Ohio State was like a 36-point favorite going into that game, ended up losing. I didn't talk to my dad for 8 days. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It went on for longer than a week.
I told somebody that. I think I told Jet that. He was like, "You're kidding me."
No, I'm serious. Yeah. I'm serious. Like, my dad and I,
It's
it's a thing in our house. Like, it's the weekend of Thanksgiving. I'm home in Arkansas for Thanksgiving. I drive back up because I can't be in the same house as that man on Saturday for the game that's on Big Noon Kickoff for some dang reason. And I'm like, I can't do it. But Oklahoma, Texas, that one is like a little different because I don't know if it's like just like the part of being more southern states. There's like a difference to it, right? And I'll throw the Iron Bowl in there just to give the Auburn and Alabama fans something to hang their hat on. I'll throw the Iron Bowl in there. There's a guy killed trees because of this rivalry.
This is true.
Pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But that Texas OU rivalry, it just is so old, and it goes beyond just football. It's just fun to watch. And like, I don't have a dog in the fight. Like, I was never a Big 12 guy. You know, now they're both in the SEC. You know, I am, you know, I've got an SEC team. Like, I'm from Arkansas. I grew up 40 minutes away from Fayetteville. I went to Hogs games all the time growing up. And I grew up with like a healthy hatred for Texas because I was an Arkansas fan because of the old Southwestern Conference rivalry. And so it is interesting. But when you lay it out the way that you did, like in the modern era, it really shows that like Oklahoma is more than what people think that they are in that rivalry. But Texas gets all the attention because of high school football, because of all of the other schools they have and everything. So.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
R.I.P. We lost the best alum that we had.
Yes, you did.
Toby Keith was the
shout out Toby
representative.
I was like, Ozzy Osbourne went to Texas. I was confused there for a second.
Yeah, we hung our hat on Toby Keith and good old JR from the WWE. Those were our guys.
Oh,
and
true.
They bleed.
My God,
Crimson. They're great. And I tell people have asked me all the time, why don't you say Oklahoma, Texas is the greatest rivalry in college football? I said, because it's Michigan, Ohio State. But I said the greatest spectacle in college football is the Red River Rivalry. The Texas State Fair, it's split at the 50. Every year when they do the initial flyover camera shot of that stadium and it comes over.
It looks awesome.
The stage is larger than the rivalry itself compared to Michigan, Ohio State.
Yeah. And there were a lot of years where it legitimately that rivalry was deciding who was going to be ranked 1 or 2, and not just the conference, but sometimes in the country.
In defense of the stage, though, in the game, it gets cold up north in November. it's cold up there.
Listen, dude, everything's bigger in Texas. You know that.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I've told people that. I go, listen, if it was cold down here and instead of being able to drop $30 on a crimson or an orange T-shirt, you had to drop $130 on a coat, that stadium might not look like it's split at the 50. Because
they'd be wearing Carhartt coveralls. We all know.
It's a little.
Yeah, and they'd be camo because everybody down here just grab all their hunting gear.
Yeah, basically when Tennessee drove up to